morning, Brian, you big stud. What's going on? We're getting stuff set up. It'll be just a second. Cheap viewers? Gee, no thanks. What do you think? New look? New streamer? Who dis? Thanks for letting me know I was muted. Not really with it today. One of those days. Not super motivated today. And I got a lot of stuff to do. Wife's gonna go grocery shopping. She's off on Fridays now. That way we'll have our whole weekend. We'll have Saturdays and Sundays together to do cool stuff instead of dumb stuff like grocery shopping. That music was super loud, wasn't it? Cool. All right, let's see let's go back. Yeah, we did the old streamlined scruff dog now. Just for maintenance was just getting too much, you know. I would spend before I go to bed every night. I would put beard butter in it and comb it like 3 times, and then get up. I'd wash my face, wash my beard in the sink, and put oil in it, comb it 2 times, 3 times, and then go about my day once or twice during the day, comb it, one side, comb it straight, and then comb it to one side, comb it to the other side, comb it up, and it got down. When I measured it right before I cut it, it was 7.5 inches. And then too, I saw a picture that somebody else had taken of me. It wasn't as flattering as, you know, like a normal picture would be. Like when you take pictures of yourself, you know how when you take pictures of yourself, they're the most flattering pictures you can take because you're you know, picking them out and stuff. Well, this one wasn't so flattering, so it was like the catalyst for cutting it off, and then once I cut it off, I had several people tell me that I looked like 10 years younger. You're 12 to 13, nice. See, and that had been my plan. I had wanted to get to 12 because there's these things showing up live. Kind of weird. Discord just told me that he was live. Um, yeah, see, that was my plan. I was going to go to 12 inches because every year there's a Woodsman show here, and of course, Woodsman's. I know I talked about this before. The plan was to go to the Woodsman show and enter the beard contest there. They have, you know, it's a 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 12, and I know that the 10 and above inches. I know the 10 and above class only has like 3 guys in it, so you're guaranteed to place. You know what I mean? And so that was the plan. Was I was going to grow it, try to get it out to above 12 or above 10, so I could go in the 10 to 12 group or 10 and above group, and then after that I was going to shave it. Well, I just, like I said, I saw that picture somebody else took of me. We went on a Jeep ride. Picture that got taken of me and my son on the drive. I looked old, like super old. So, I mean, I know I am super old. So, I just went ahead and shaved it off anyway. I actually had to trim down first. I went down to like 5 inches. And I don't know if I saved a picture of that. Trimmed it down. I thought I took a picture of it and saved it, but I guess not. That's kind of odd. I would have swore I would have saved it somewhere. It looked pretty good. I had it trimmed up. It was kind of like the Kratos style where it's kind of a pointy. It looked pretty good. Then I just realized, I said, you know what, I'm just kidding myself. Still gray. I still look old, so I'm going to cut her down. And then the curlicues, I do that just because where I live, like, we have a lot of gas guys, we have a lager guys, and everybody's got a goatee. Everybody in town, like every dude in town. I'm just trying to, stand out a little bit. The old twisty curls, just so I can stand out a little bit. Because I don't want to look like every other dude in town. It was a tough decision, The first trim was probably the hardest. Once I trimmed it down to about 5 inches, after that, it was a lot easier. After I saw that first 2-inch chunk that I cut off for about a week, and then I, like I said, I cut that off. It looked good, but I still looked pretty old. So I was like, nope, I'm not going to do it. I gotta change her. I gotta change her up. But yeah, I'm happy with it. I probably won't grow it back out. I'll probably leave it like this. I got I used to follow on Reddit. There was on Reddit, I was looking at I'm scanning through a Photoshop real quick. Well, I was talking to you, but on Reddit, there's a back before I started growing my beard, my favorite Reddit group or post or whatever you want to call it, or subreddit, was one that was called Wicked Edge, which is just all about shaving. And I bought a lifetime. I found the razor blade that worked for me. Which are these Astra Ultra Thins, which were the kind that I could shave with, and when I would have a good shave for like 4 days, wouldn't give me any, no bumps on my face, all this stuff. And because a lot of people don't realize that shaving is a lot like other things. You got to find the one that works right for you. When you find the one that works right for you, that's what you got to stick with. So anyway, I found those. So I bought like a lifetime supply of them. I have like 1,000 razor blades. And I hadn't used any in probably 2 years, but I still have them all. So now I'm back to shaving again. I got a real nice, what they call safety razor. It's got the top spins off, and you put the blade on, and you screw it back on. And I got the box is like this tall. The razors that I have, like I said, I think there's 1,000 in it. Oh yeah, it's sorry. It's back to the shaving for the old scruff dog. Got to get a new I got to make a new scruff stare because I don't have the beard anymore. I could keep the bearded scruff stare, but I think I'm gonna probably change. Find another one to swap it out. Right? So there's some pretty good stories already this morning. That's Sunday. I want to read this. I want to read just the headline of this one. It says, Georgia woman calls 911 to ask cops to tase a raccoon. Google restaurant hours for her and asked for a female deputy to come out. Guess how that works out for her. So she wanted him to tase a raccoon, look up restaurant hours, and ask for only a female police officer. Oh, these were all separate calls. This is during the day. Let's see. Does it say how she's 54? That's not that old. That's not old enough to be a crazy lady. No. 54 is not old. I'm 56. I'm not old. All right, let's look for a good Florida tag here to start the day off with a regular one. With a good story. Okay, that's not one I want to read though. It's one about police. It's in Pennsylvania anyway. Let's see. Too late to undo tattoos? No. Well, actually, technically it is nowadays. Because they can laser them bad boys off if you want them to. All right, this should be a good Photoshop. Let's start out with a nice, cheerful Photoshop. Here we go. Check this out. This Photoshop the spear fisherman. So I saw a thing the other day that says that there's monkeys in the Congo, chimpanzees, who are actually in the Stone Age. And he's obviously, that orangutan is obviously using a tool. Hammering splat vector. Legend. Caught a boot. Typical. That's pretty good. I like that one. Yeah. Some of the pier fishermen. Feels like I got a window open in here. It's chilly. Barrel of monkeys. Nice. Too bad that's an orangutan. Oh. Nice. Fishing off the ark. Okay. Nessie making an appearance. A hat from another one. One of the other photoshops. I don't get that one. That Hogwarts or something? I don't know. Alright. That was an okay start. So I noticed one thing with Fark I'm gonna have to do. I'll do probably later today. You can get for $10. You can get a total Fark for like a year. There's the one here. It says I sent Drew some money. Why? Because hosting the site can't be cheap. Hate to see it go away. I'll probably make a small donation, seeing how that's what this seeing how that's what my Friday morning stream consists of, is looking at Fark. We don't make it to Reddit much. Russia's most modern battle tank is spinning heads. I'm guessing the T90. Oh, the T90 is like a 20 something or a 1990s gun or tank. Been playing a lot of tanks lately on War Thunder when I do have some time. That and Diablo 4. I've been playing some Diablo 4. Okay, here's a good one. Oof. But check this out. Well, let's wait for the advertisement to get done with. Once the advertisement's over, we'll flip back over. It's a bunch of boats in a harbor. And lightning strikes one of the boats. Check this out. Dramatic moment, lightning strikes a boat. Actually hit that boat. That's pretty crazy. Why that one boat in particular? Those are some small boats too. Those aren't big boats. That's just freaking just the engine too. It looked like. You know what I mean, it was just like it was like F you and your one engine specifically. Oh yeah, this I watched the whole. I watched the. There was a good documentary about this guy who was climbing 7 hills in 7 months or 7 mountains in 7 months, and they talked about this, like. Basically, you know, back in the day, climbing Everest was a feat, you know, and you were, if you did it, you were actually the shit. But now, you just cut them a check and they'll get you to the top of Everest. You know, and there's these, like this is just ridiculous. Look at it. It's just, there's 100 people in that line. Yeah, I mean, that's That's just crazy. It's become, it's become an industry more than it is an achievement. As long as you got a big enough checkbook, you too can climb Mount Everest. Let's see. Which, I mean, climbing Mount Everest is cool, and I got no desire to do it. And if you have the money, that's good on you. But it's not the achievement it used to. Oh, I did see this article at Boston.com. 6 finalists competing for a 10K college scholarship until an anonymous donor put up 50K, so all 6 of them won. That's pretty cool. Lancaster Online. Welcome to Pennsylvania. Here we go. Dead mice floating in soda syrup. Chester County restaurant inspections. Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture used the risk-based inspection reporting process. Oh, so it tells you which ones. Lunbury Farm, no violation. County Time Hog Farm, no violations. Elective Coffee and Bakery. Fail. In the back room at the Prep Top Coldwell, summer food items were being stored. Old pan and plastic containers and egg patties were being stored with sheets of parchment paper in between them. Plastic parchment like this. Insulators, multiple foods were above 41 rather than below 41. Wow. Country Club gets hammered. Fail. A new hose sprayer. The pre-rent sink in the bank room was ordered. Let's see. Placed on rusted shelving inside the banquet walk-in freezer. Place commercial NSF listed or equipment. That right there is what shut me down. NSF listed. Elks Home Association. Container full of soda syrup underneath soda syrup shelf in basement was found to have multiple dead mice floating in it. Please remove immediately. So there's probably was a leak. So like soda syrup nowadays, you have a small checkbook. I has a small checkbook too. But if they want real money, I can't do that. But if they'll take a check, like Jeff Foxworthy said, the guy came to his house, wanted money for his car payment. And he's like, I'll take a check. And he's like, a check? Like, I thought you wanted real money. So soda containers, soda nowadays comes in, the syrup comes in bags. And I could see how if one of those got ripped and it was open and they put a thing under it and there was some ice, okay, it happens. They probably haven't even been down there because if it was in the basement, most places, you don't go down there unless you're going down to change a bag. Holy cow, look at this place. Acme Markets. Wow, they pissed somebody off. That's a freaking, look at that wall of text. Dueling Kurt's house. Observed an open metal can being stored in a walk-in cooler. Seeing some of that, you get when you start getting hit for shit like that, they piss somebody off. Yeah. Metal canned foods, once they are initially opened, must have the remaining contents that were not used placed into a food-grade storage containers. Why? Those cans are specifically made to be food safe and contain special linings in them now to make them food safe. And just opening them shouldn't make them no longer valid containers. Starbucks has got ganked. They failed. That's pretty funny. Target. Oh, passed. Then the cans on the retail shelves and it intended for sale. During inspection, the cans were removed to be discarded. That's another thing. Dented cans. It's dented. You like this one? An open employee's beverage container reserved in the slicer area. So the guy was slicing meat and he was having a soda, set it down, and this jackwagon came in there to inspect him and gave him a hit for it. That kind of shit just pisses me off. Dunkin' Donuts, fail. Exxon Food Shop, fail. There's more than likely more fails on here than passes. It's pretty funny that they put them all. Oh, that's the one place I would want to fail. Yeah, see, like these guys, West Grove Diner, pass, no violations, nothing, right? Because they were nice to the guy when he came in, probably gave him a soda or a coffee. You know, they treated the guy nice when he walked in. Didn't act like he was there to harass him. Uh-oh. Chinese place. Big old wall of text. That was a lot of places. There's more places than I would have thought they would have on a list of people just for inspections. Oh, there's our first Florida tag. States where most residents don't believe in climate change is breaking heat records. I saw on Cletus McFarland's channel the other day, it was 107 already in Florida. That's not. Yeah, look at that. 87, 89. 94, 97, 92. 100. There's places probably getting 100. 98. Yeah, it was. Yeah, just the other day, Cletus and them are doing a cheap car challenge where they all had $3,000 to go buy cars. And it was 107 degrees when he opened the one car up, and the thing for outside said it was 107. Let's see. Photoshop this large yet delicate operation. Oh, yeah. Putting a new engine in a plane? Okay, where's the... It's in here somewhere. They wouldn't have accepted it. Oh, okay. I got it. Right in front. The guy standing right there with the microphone. Like the oops. Like, wouldn't this guy sing like, oops, I broke it? That's a good one. Bob's Ball Bearings. Chevy Chase. Cannot stand Chevy Chase. Optimus. Plane from airplane. Caution. Watch for falling. Oh, must be a Boeing. Okay. That one was okay. Wasn't the best one I've seen yet. But you're in South Carolina, don't tell you about heat, right? See, I love the heat. I would rather be hot than cold any day. That's why we're moving south. We're probably coming to South Carolina or probably Virginia. We have some friends that live there, or maybe even Florida, because I have some other Navy buddies that live there. Spirit Airlines pilot on a flight to Fort Lauderdale instructs passengers to prepare for possible water landing. Okay. It's an airplane. It happens just because it's Spirit. They want to give them shit because it's Spirit Airlines. You know, that's part of the whole point of having a cheap airline. You know, yeah, there's going to be some hiccups. Yeah, sometimes you're gonna hear that announcement, prepare for water landing, you know? Yeah, you're gonna be next to the guy who hasn't showered in 3 days on the plane. It happens. That's the price you pay for getting discount tickets, right? Yeah, we went to 2 years ago. Is Myrtle, North Carolina or South Carolina? Myrtle, South Carolina, isn't it? Dirty Myrtle. We went down, stayed in a house down there for a week. That's pretty cool. Okay, it says Area 52 is one more. Here's the headline. Area 52 is just one more deadly to work at than Area 51. Well, yeah, that's because the aliens in Area 52 are newer. Because, 52 is newer than 51. Vets who served at top secret Area 52 suffering from serious illnesses and can't get health insurance. Yeah, I wonder why. Air Force veterans who served at top secret nuclear testing site, Area 52. It's a top secret nuclear testing site. Of course you're not going to get insurance. It says they're being denied health care after their time at the base left them riddled tumors and other ailments. Mark Eli, 63, says he's grappling with the litany of health problems from his assignment 40 years ago. Inspecting secretly obtained Soviet fighter jets stored in hidden hangars at the Tonopah test range, also known as Area 52. Wow. Scarred my lungs. I got cysts in my liver. I started having lymphomas, tumors in some of my bodies I had to remove. The lining of my bladder was shed. Wow. There's a slogan people say, deny, deny, deny until you die. Yep. I'm going through the same process myself. This guy, see, this is why I didn't want to do the regular old, because, you put a picture of me and him together with the regular thing, you probably couldn't tell us apart. Right? So that's why I do the curly cues. Filed a lawsuit. This guy filed a lawsuit hoping to recoup benefits. Thing is, we were handpicked to be there and to get that clearance. Yes. I know what that means. No, I've been down that route. And that is how they get around giving you your benefits, because they tell you that you were picked to do stuff that most people didn't do, and then they come back and say, oh, well, when you signed up for that special program, you agreed. Oh, I didn't. Well, yeah, you did. It's right here in this paper you signed that you don't remember signing. All right. It says this Photoshop is, check out this goddess of the sea. Okay. That's quite the outfit. Tour de France 1903. Wonder if that's the real Tour de France. Yeah. Nice. Chicken of the Sea. I like that one. Oh, which one was that? Oh, that was Yammering Splat Vector. Legend. Aquawoman DC. This is what they wanted to see. Whoever posted this is exactly what they wanted to see. That's pretty good. Okay. Whose face is that? It looks familiar. I can't tell whose face that is, though. Okay. That's pretty good. Hey, it's the crazy girl. I haven't seen that meme in a long time. Okay. Alright, so that was pretty good. It's alright. Let's see. Old and busted. Nigerian scammers trying to scam folks via email to release funds. New hotness. Nigerian scammers trying to outright steal Graceland. Wow. This is good for the future. Innocent woman branded a thief by AI facial recognition software. You're out shopping, mind your own business, and suddenly the security guard appears and declares you're a criminal. She was crying and crying the entire ride home. I thought, oh, my life would be the same. He was mistakenly identified by facial recognition software called FaceWatch, which is being used in a number of stores around the UK alongside Home Bargains, including Sports Direct, Virgins, and Cost Cutter. Oh, you know what? I am completely out of uniform today. Because you know what today is? It's Friday. You know what happens on Fridays? Hold on.
Fetches me my hat and cloak.
Here it you are, Bosk.
Backeth to work, you riffraff, while I goeth off to wed ye princess.
Gee, I wished I was going to the ball. I'm your fairy godfather. Fetcheth me a can of spinach, or you'll be late for the ball. The ball? Oh, boy. Gee, now I can go to the ball. Just a minute.
I had completely forgot that it was Friday. I should know better. What do we do on Fridays? Hawaiian Shirt Friday. Hey, Boston, what's going on, buddy? This is probably my newest shirt. A friend of mine got this for me. It's got, my wife's a big flamingo fan, so it's got flamingos and a beer on it. Well, I just noticed the flamingo's heads, the whole head's in the beer. Nice shirt, right? I forgot I have 13 of them. And I forgot today was the first day. It's a little bit chilly here. It got down to 30 degrees last night. So that's why I had the long sleeve shirt on. So I'm going to have to do the long sleeve Hawaiian shirt today. Because I do between Memorial Day and Labor Day every year, I've been doing this for the last 3 years. Every Friday, I put up a shirt on Facebook on Boomer Book. Hey, look at my, happy Friday. Everybody enjoy. Break out your Hawaiian shirts. Enjoy your summer. That's what I try to do. Try to get everybody, a little bit cheerful. Thanks, Boston. Appreciate it. Yep, like this one was actually a gift. A friend of mine's wife got it for me. First time I've worn it. I'm gonna have to take a quick break here. Miss Scruff is leaving to go grocery shopping. He's off on Fridays now too, because like I was saying earlier. Yeah, it's still cold now, right? I'm wearing sweatpants and socks and freaking, like I said, a long sleeve shirt. I got a long sleeve shirt on. I was freaking freezing this morning. One of our windows was cracked open, and we didn't realize it last night at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and woke up freaking shivering. I was like, holy crap. Like, this is ridiculous. If you hear a strange noise in the background, I don't know if you guys can hear it. Just making a protein shake for the road. I know it's freaking freezing, man. This ain't right. It looks beautiful outside. Yeah. I'll trade you, man. You come up here. I'll go down there. You guys can, I'll stream in my Speedo. Not that anybody wants to watch that, right? An old man in a Speedo reading stupid news stories. Never know, though. That could be like the next big thing on Twitch. As long as I keep my nipples covered, I think I'd be all right. Right? Because that's the TOS. No nipplage. Okay, so this is a good story. This is New York Post. I ate my nan. Why are you not working? Oh, you stupid. Now my Stream Deck doesn't want to work. That worked. Okay, now it's working. So it says, I ate my nan's sister shockingly reveals she put her grandmother's ashes in pasta sauce to prank brother. Host of an Australian radio show have been left horrified after a woman called into their programming, claiming that she fed her grandmother's ashes to her brother as a prank. Okay. The woman, known only as Cheyenne, made the macabre confession on Tuesday's episode of Fifi, Fev, and Nick. Nice. That's a nice name for a radio show. Oi, welcome back to Fifi, Fev, and Nick. Australian. Saying she and her mom first sampled her nan's remains before later serving them to her unsuspecting sibling in the pasta sauce. So my nan passed. Would it be awesome sauce? Because, if you had a really cool grandmother, you could say it was, you could call it awesome sauce. Right? Right? What I did there? It was a good joke, right? No? Okay. After I did it once, I got my mom to do it because I didn't want it to be alone in it. So here's...
I ate my nan.
How did you eat your nan?
So my nan passed away in August last year and got cremated. And obviously my family and myself were grieving. So went over to mum's one.
Oh, so it's not even like, it's just a podcast.
Cheer her up
which I guess, really, that's all radio shows are, is podcasts, right? Anymore? Just a live podcast?
Some water or?
Nah, just the liver and ashes. But that's not the only part of the
Jeez.
story. This is the part I've told nobody. My brother got out of jail not too long ago, and thought it'd be funny to prank him. And I put some of Nan's ashes in the pasta sauce.
That's crazy. Why would you do that? I mean, it can't really hurt you, I don't believe. Yeah, it's human remains, but I don't. Right? Crickets. That's the soundbite I need. Crickets. I probably should write that down. I need a crickets button. Yeah, I wrote down that I needed my gym neighbors and I still didn't do it. Crickets. Okay. Oh, I was on an ad break? It didn't even pop up. I was saying, because she put her Nan's ashes, her grandma's ashes, in her pasta sauce. I said, if you had a really cool grandma, it's going to be funnier the second time around, Brian. So if you had a really cool grandma, you could call it awesome sauce. Right? Insert clapping here. Right? Okay. All right, let's see. It was funnier the second time around, Brian, you got to admit. Photoshop this essential summer look. Is it going to be as good as my Hawaiian shirt? The Master Chef's Outdoor Grill Cookbook. Fine collection of sometimes old and often original ideas and recipes for hearty, happy. That's pretty neat. I see holding the umbrella. Oh, to keep the sun off him? Look at everybody's wearing a tie and a jacket. Bobby, what's going on, buddy? How are you doing? When are we having the Bobby B. Dennis open when we can all come and use your golf simulator? Because I'm down for that. That looks like a lot of fun, or sounds like a lot of fun. We used to have a guy that had one of those, you know, like he had two of them set up and you could go up in the winter because it's winter freaking 8 months out of the year up here. This makes you think of the local store here that advertises grandma's potato salad. When I watched him pull another container off the shelf. I said, grandma's my ass. Butt Crack Creek, nice. I like it. It's always accepting indoor country club memberships. Awesome. Can I pay in beer? That's the question. You know, is that an acceptable, you know, tender? What you do, boss, the next time you go in there and you get some, ask him if it's made with real grandmas, because you know that's the perfect dad joke. Sixer of your favorite, nice. This is like the oldest meme on Farkin. I love the fact that it's still playing. It's still getting used all the time. Yeah, look how she's like scared. How many grandmas are in that potato salad, right? Why are they so scared? Like, she looks scared, doesn't she? We're like talking about, like, I don't think the chicken's done. Bob doesn't know what the fuck he's doing over there. He doesn't have a thermometer, so how do we know if the chicken's really done? We're all going to get salmonella, right? Is that what they're doing? Because, you know, they're housewives, obviously, because she's got an apron on. The Master Chef's Rain or Shine Cookbook, right? And that's what I was saying. Why is the guy got an umbrella? I mean, I get it. He's keeping the sun off this guy, but he's not doing a good job of it. And like I said, they're all wearing jackets and ties and long pants. I know when I'm barbecuing, that's not how I dress. That Danny Kaye from Singing in the Rain. Gonna scroll past that one. Oh, Hank. Hank's having a fit. Why is Hank having a fit? Because they're not using propane. Look at them. They're using charcoal, the devil's fire. Or whatever Hank calls it, probably something like that. So you decided that you hate your son. Collections of ways to humiliate, emasculate, and otherwise remind Junior in front of friends and family that you're the swinging dick here. Nice. Alfred Packer's Outdoor Grill Cookbook. That's Dahmer. Is this guy, was Alfred Packer, was he a serial killer? All right. Yeah, we'll see you over there, Bobby. I'll be in there in a little bit. You know. Homemade bagels would be the bomb. I get stuck with having just regular old grocery store bagels. You would never dress like that every day, right? Especially if I was going to a barbecue. He was a Colorado cannibal. Okay. Well, there you go. Him and Dahmer enjoying these, probably, you know, some feats or something. A little small for the grill. It's kind of a small grill for human parts, right? The Master Chef's Steal and Kill Your Neighbor's Chicken Cookbook. I haven't had a real good bagel in a long time either. There's one place in town that gets them from a bakery, but by the time I get down there and get them, they're usually 2 days old. And they have Asiago cheese bagel. That's the freaking bomb. Master Chef's Outdoor Grill Cookbook. Okay. Oops. Okay. Because, you know, the younger ones are always tenderer, just like veal, right? Hey, there's Waldo. That's an easy one. He's not wearing a suit and tie. Of course you can find him. Go to Abraham's in Newburyport, huh? Everything bagel loaded with cream cheese. That does sound delicious, right? Especially New York City. Master Chief with a flamethrower. Nice. That was a good one. Yeah, the whole suit and tie thing. I mean, I could see it for work, sure. But I don't know about going to a party and wearing it. You know? Come on. There it goes. I'm using my phone for Stream Deck. Of course, it's temperamental, to say the least. I need to get one of my old phones and get it saved up. Get it get one of my old phones charged up so I can have that, you know, as a permanent one that just sits here. I don't have to mess with it. And of course, now it's not going to work. There it goes. All right. Minnesota officials on alert as Canadian Border Patrol agents prepare to strike. South Park reboots are getting real. F-35 crash in Albuquerque. Yeah, we don't want to read that. That's Navy reservist. Why did they have to point out that this guy was a Navy reservist? So it says, all this New Hampshire, I'm guessing. Yeah, it's Channel 7 News from Boston. Firefighters rescued a skydiver who landed in a tree in Hollis, New Hampshire Sunday. At around 7 p.m., Hollis firefighters responded to Reynolds Bridge Road for a report of a man stuck in a tree. You know, why did they have to point out that he was a Navy reservist? Newly licensed skydiver A.J. Clark was visiting New England from New York. Decided to go for a trip with Skydive Pepperell. Just as he tried to land back in the field where his flight took off from, the winds picked up. He said in an interview, he was out at a distance where I couldn't make it back, so I decided I'm going to have to land somewhere else. And the winds did not really permit the proper landing. Hey, phone, who told you to make noise? Hey, I got to pay my mortgage tomorrow. Devin Philbrook, the manager of Skydive Pepperell, said the winds can be unpredictable, and this was a case of Clark massaging his altitude. Yeah, Clark, who was a U.S. Naval Reserve, in the U.S. Naval Reserve, said he was thankful to be alive. Why? Why did they need to feel the need to include that?
Up in your shirt.
Not
And then, all right, get my nails done.
yet.
And
Okay.
then,
Okay. Yep. Okay. Gonna be mowing and. Yeah. All right, had to say goodbye to Mrs. Scruff Dog, going chopping. Let's go. So those are Tuesday. We've got 103 stories left. What time is it? 9 o'clock. Oh, that'll get us to 10. All right. Let's see. I haven't seen. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm not going to read a Florida. It's a nice Florida story, but it's about a kid that got sent to death row in 1983, and now they're saying a serial killer did it, and they don't want to let him out of jail. Fox 35 in Florida. Florida man tries to recreate Lord of the Flies with predictable results. Man arrested after allegedly abandoning kids on island in Satellite Beach. Man was arrested after police in Satellite Beach. The 3 children were abandoned for hours on an island in Brevard County. One of the children's fathers, Leonard Niles, was supposed to be watching the kids on Memorial Day camping trip, but the father was arrested and charged with 3 counts of neglect. According to a report, 3 children were left without care, were 9, 10, and 11 years old. Not only were they left, but they were stranded on an island surrounded by water before a good Samaritan heard them screaming for help from the dock. Oh, Jesus. So he just dropped them off. I mean, that was one of those. All right, kids. You guys are going to be on your own and you're going to survive. We're going to teach you how to become like Survivor Man. So you guys can be internet. You guys can be internet famous people. What the hell? It says, okay. The headline is did you know Texas is one of the stickiest states? Texas is one of the stickiest states in USA, but don't get grossed out. That's actually a good thing. When it comes to being sticky as a state, there's nothing icky about it. It's a compliment, and the Lone Star State can claim to be the stickiest one of them all. Things really are bigger and better in Texas, which is why we land the honor of being the stickiest state in the union. Oh, I know what it is. That means that when people move there, they stay there, basically. North Carolina second, Georgia and California and Utah. Some of the reasons Texans love their state so much include things like the weather, interesting and cool things to do, vibrant art scenes, and great job market. Population in Texas grew more than any other state in the country. Huh. Well, that's cool. Texas is one of the places on our list where we might be going. People are very wild. Why would you just dump your kids on an island? You know probably why. He's probably going to see his new girlfriend. Right? That'd be my guess. Didn't want his kids squealing on him. So he's like, look, you guys get this whole island to yourselves. Just hang out here and play some games. You know? Find something fun to do. You guys will be able to take care of yourselves while Daddy goes and gets a beer and hangs out with his new girlfriend. Because, you know, from experience, I can tell you that that's what my father used to do to us. He would take us camping. But see, my sister was like 14 at the time. She gave me this rundown just last week. That when he would take us camping, he would take us out like we camped. It was like out in the woods, in a tent, sleeping bags only. We all carried a knife. You all had a knife. There was a fire going before he left. And he would drop us off on like Saturday at like noon. And he would hang out with us, and he would, you know, like I said, make the fire going, make sure we had food. We'd go catch some fish, cook up some fish, have some sandwiches. He made sure we had food. And then he would split. And he would come back Sunday morning at like 9 o'clock to get us, you know. And he said it was, you know, building character. We were building character. And that was the one night he got pissed because he had to come back because my sister had to walk 2 miles down the road to call him because my brother pissed on an electric fence and his wiener hurt. So they wanted to take him to the hospital. So he was mad that she called him because she knew he was at his girlfriend's house. So she called his girlfriend's house and said, hey, is Sam there? And, you know, it was the whole thing. So you want to go to Texas to Lady and I were actually just talking about it, but like in December or January when it's not scalding hot. Yes, I got invited to 2 different Highland games down there, one in Austin and one in hold on, being stupid. No, don't. Just want to read this article. Back to Business Insider. No. Oh, that's stupid. So I got invited to 2 games down there, one in Austin, one outside of Dallas-Fort Worth. And my son lives in Austin, so I could go down there for a week and work from there and stay with him. And they're like 2 weeks apart. But the thing is they're both in November because it's not 8 gazillion degrees. And that way you don't freaking die when you're out trying to flip a caber, you know, because it's 110 degrees outside. When he first moved down there, we drove down to Austin. And when we got there, it was 109 degrees. And I liked it because it was a nice change because it was June 1st, I think. No, it was March 1st that we went down. January, March, April. No, April 1st. And we left April Fool's Day, got there on the Thursday because we took our time, saw a couple things on the way. And it was 109 the second day we were there. But the heat was, I know everybody says it was a nice dry heat, so it wasn't as bad as everybody says. So this story said, PA man gets laid off, gets bored, solves water crisis for the Navajo Nation. But when I click on it, Business Insider is trying to make me pay $1 to look at this article. So it says a railroad worker. He worked for the railroad and he figured out how to get water all the way from East Coast out to the Navajo Nation, so there wouldn't be such a crisis out there. Using the railroad. All right, let's see. Here's a New York Post one. It says, doesn't matter, had sex. Florida woman, hey. 20, who was caught having sex on public pier, jumps into water to escape cops. And there's even a picture. Talk about going off the deep end. Florida woman who was caught in flagrante on a public pier in Naples dived into the water in an attempt to get away from the cops Monday afternoon. I'm guessing she was being paid. She looks like a professional. The escape didn't do 20-year-old Alyssa Razzo much good. She was picked up by the beach patrol as soon as she made it to shore. The Naples Police Department received multiple reports of a man and woman having sex behind the historic pier's locked gate at 4:30 p.m. during the busy Memorial Day weekend. So why was the pier locked on a Memorial Day weekend? As the two scrambled to put on her clothes, Razzo moved to the edge of the pier and jumped in despite officers' commands to stay where she was. Westfield, who was completely naked when police arrived, stayed on the scene. Yeah, so why was this locked? It must be it's unsafe or something. Told the officer that Razzo had to swim to the end of the pier and intended to jump off, but wound up having sex instead. A witness told police she was enjoying the beach near the pier with her 4 children, ages 7 to 15. Oh, that's the witness. I thought it was her. I was going to say, there's no way that chick has a 15-year-old. She told police her minor children were asking questions about what the subjects were doing. Well, Jimmy, it's time to talk about the birds and the bees. Right? Time to have that talk. Oh, the 15-year-old knew exactly what they were doing. There's a little nerd humor. G-force changes were likely the cause of injuries on a Singapore flight last week, showing the dangers of using untested NVIDIA drivers. So you're a winter person, Boston? My youngest son is a freaking lunatic. He had his window open all the way last night. He's like, oh, I love it when it's cold. I like to sleep when it's cold. I'm like, you're freaking nuts, dude. There's no way. I said, I woke up and our window was cracked a little bit and I was shivering. So another whale, well, I shouldn't say another. A whale washes up on an Oregon beach earlier this week. Now people are urging authorities to blow it up after the TNT incident 50 years ago. Something about huge chunks of blubber raining down on them. So these people want them to blow up the whale. Whale washed ashore Monday morning in Nehalem Bay State Park. Is that Murdo Cat? Hey, welcome to the stream. Let's see, it's Murdo CT. Is it Murdoch T? We'll call you Murdo. Murdo CT, I'm guessing. Okay. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you dropping by. So a whale washed up on the beach and people urge authorities to blow it up. Just like they did all those years ago. Do they have the... Yeah, here's the picture. Oh, hold on. So here's the dead whale. Right? Looks like a sperm whale. So here's when they blew up the one all those years ago. Look, you can see the chunks. And there's videos. You can go out and find them. Where the chunks are raining down on cars like a mile away. and it's like crushing the hood on cars because the chunks were so big. They put, I think, 50 pounds of TNT. Does it say how many pounds? I was hoping this one would have the video. That was the whale. Yeah, there's where, this is the car where the meat rained down and it just blasted the car. I was hoping they would have the video. Yeah, so they just freaking detonated it. I mean, what else do you do with a big giant whale like that? Right? You could just leave it there, but like the one guy said in one of the clips that went by real quick was, he's like, it just stinks. I'm sure it did. Imagine like, right? It just goes everywhere. My suggestion is you just cut it up. You get out some chainsaws, you go to town. Here we go. You just chop it up and you tow it back out to sea. Or you could just tow it back out to sea the way it is. That would be my other suggestion. So here's a Photoshop. It says, Photoshop this box of fruit. Some Roma. Oh, there's no. Oh, yeah, those are Roma tomatoes. Those are regular. What do they call them? Steak tomatoes. Those are pears, maybe. Okay. The legend, Yammering Splat Vector, first as always. Nice little tarantula. Of course, Mrs. Doubtfire. Said, I want to say Carmen Electra, but that's not it. Carmen Miranda, maybe? Here you go. I like that one. Give me all your onions, all your spuds and carrots too. Hopefully I won't get a copyright on that. I like that one. That's pretty funny. Okay. Bush's baked beans, magical fruit, whites. So they basically just put, the guy's username is number 2. So basically they just made it into a Bush's baked beans ad. I'm sure that this is probably made by somebody at Bush's. They're going viral, you know. Creepy eyes looking out. Chilies. Oh, what's that from? That is Animal House, isn't it? I believe it is. That's the dean, and that's the dean's wife. And that's the guy that was the president of the frat, wasn't it? I think it was. Okay, here's a good one. Truck carrying 40,000 pounds. Strawberries overturns. Creates jam. Right? Because what else would happen? San Jose. Is there no article? Oh, this is one of the stupid ones where it's just a video. I don't watch videos. I saw this article. Is it going to bring up the right one? No, it is not. It scrolled on me right at the last minute. Apparently, a UFO joined the Blue Angels air show over New York Beach last Friday. I saw these pictures. A buddy of mine who was at the show sent me this picture. Another alleged UFO has been spotted in New York City. If you buy this, blink and you'll miss it footage. Oh, so they had the actual footage, huh? Oh, god dang it. Of course, it's showing an ad now. The object in question moves at wildly fast speeds as one of the planes does its thing in the air. And considering this is a Super Hornet, it's damn impressive. Those unfamiliar with the Blue Angels, blah, blah. This is the second alleged UFO sighting in New York in recent months. By the way, the other one in the Empire State looks awfully similar to this, with something whizzing across the sky. This woman, Michelle Reyes, claimed to capture evidence of UFO while flying above LaGuardia. Dark cylinder object zipped across the sky as she filmed. Let's see. Okay. That thing was moving. Looks like a shoe. Somebody threw their shoe up right before the... Yeah, see, I wanted to see those guys filming the Blue Angels. Right? Trying to catch where they at. Come on. I'm not seeing the... Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm not buying it. Looked like it switched to a completely different video. Oh, no, there it was. I saw it that time. You guys might not have seen it. It was moving. What's... All right, Boston, fill me in. What's Ban ENG? What's that? What's a Sandy Ravage emote? I never watched Sandy. I always hear LP talking about him. Now that he's like the legend, does Sandy still stream? I'll have to check it out. Yeah. This one too. I saw this one on my local news, my regular news. This is just this dude. Home slice. Where's the video? This guy is in court because he has a suspended license, right? Sandy's great. It's how you met LP. I'll have to check it out. Like I said, does he stream at night? I just don't know why I don't know why I've never seen him. So this jackwagon, right? Let's turn this down so we can hear this. This guy.
Are you driving?
He's
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office. Actually,
he's going to
just
court.
Give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
He's going to court because he has a suspended license, and he's calling into the court via Zoom. I'm guessing this is during Corona.
I'm pulling in right now at this second.
And he was driving.
All right. What are we doing?
Mainly Thursdays and
Your Honor,
Saturday
we are
nights,
respectfully
maybe
requesting
Wednesdays.
an
Can't
adjournment in this
watch this
matter,
nothing.
up
Check it out.
possibly 2 to 4 weeks if the court would allow.
Yeah. This guy pulling in.
So maybe I don't understand something.
Right.
This is a driving while license suspended,
That is correct, Your Honor.
and he was just driving,
And he could
and
see him.
he didn't have a license.
Oh,
That is with the charges, Your Honor, yes.
No, I'm looking at his
Yes.
record. He doesn't have a license. He's suspended and he's just driving.
Yeah.
That is correct, Your Honor.
They should. I haven't watched the end of it. Are they going to go pick him up?
oh,
Oh, is that what the sheriff's doing? Calling? He's calling his buddies like, hey, this dude has no license.
Hello?
I said, say, what's the judge?
1 minute, Mr. Harris.
Yeah, they're calling their buddies, like, go pick this man up. Honorable Judge Cedric Simpson. Nice.
I don't even know why he would do that.
Yeah.
So defendant's bond is revoked in this matter. Defendant is to turn himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today. Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's on you,
I'll
dog.
be giving you a call.
Okay.
You can't.
Court calls case, Beef versus Mike.
You can't go to court and say, drive and call from your car that's moving. That's just people, man. Just why? People. Come on, man. You know, and all you had to do is just probably just call in. Just, stay at home, call in, or have his wife drive and call in, whatever. It's just, wow. Wow. Florida man, NBC News. Ad going on. Oh, we're not going to read that. Few states have a bigger problem. See. Many have second thoughts after moving to Florida during the pandemic. Don't be busting on Florida. I have two buddies that live in Florida. Yeah, he was just shocked. Like, he's like, what do you mean? He rolled his head back like, I can't believe this is happening to me. Of course it's happening to you. You did it to yourself, Slice. I mean, that's just messed up. I have two buddies that live in Florida. Love it. Can't get enough of Florida. Let's see. In space, no one can hear you scream. Oh, okay. It's an article bashing Boeing. I'm not gonna read it. Got 55 headlines left for half an hour. Yeah. They want to bust on Boeing. Everybody's piling on Boeing all of a sudden. Fox Channel 8 Cleveland, the scary tag, snake mating ball. So this lady, Ricky Poore, told Fox 8 she was walking with her husband at the Battery Park in Sandusky when they nearly stepped on a mating ball of snakes. They have a picture? No, they don't have a picture of the mating ball of snakes, but look what they do have. Picture of a plate of spaghetti. The Kardashians. All right. Left my car. Exactly. Good morning, swear words. I went out there with a specific reason to get coffee, and then I stinking left it. Sitting right on the counter. How's swear words doing today? Thank you very much for that tier 1 sub. Oh, that's our Twitch baby. Brian, thanks for your resub also. Brian subscribed for 17 months on a 17-month streak. Awesome. That's pretty cool, man. Appreciate you guys. You guys are my 2 subs. I still don't know what language that is when he's talking. It sounded like he said hype train, but I couldn't really tell. It's not very loud. I probably picked like Uzbekian or something, Uzbekistan or something like that, just to be funny. I do appreciate you guys. Like I said, I think you guys are my 2 subs. I know Baco used to be my other sub. He's been subbed since day 1. But he hasn't been on in a long time. A long, long time. All right, that was not what I thought it was. We're not going to read that article. It was about the INR, which is like the Office of Naval Research, which they predict a lot of things that happen, like Vietnam and all that kind of stuff. They predicted Ukraine. They told they could look at everything and figure out what was going to happen. Channel all-time record 0%, level 0. Uh-oh. Boston, thanks for the sub, buddy. I appreciate it. See, now you guys, look at that. You guys are awesome. 93%. Uh-oh. Oh, that's Boston's. Why? I don't know why that takes so long. Yeah, it takes almost close to a minute. Wonder if I have the cooldown on it set wrong, which is probably more than likely the whole point. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. 93%. Got 2 minutes. We can cheese it. I can do this. Oh, I don't think it'll do it unless I do it anonymously. I was going to give myself a sub, but it won't let me. How do you, oh, there it is. Gift anonymously. Oh, look at that. Swear words, you're the best. LP's going to be like, what the hell? How did I get this sub? Boom. You guys are here for my first ever hype train. I feel special. You're going to make me cry like a little girl. No, I'm just kidding. No, I really appreciate that, guys. That's awesome. My first hype train. Level 2. I don't even have a hype train emote. But you know what I do have? 5 subs. You know what that means next month. I don't know if that's enough to get a check from Twitch or not. Probably like $2, right? Something like that. I don't know. Well, I really appreciate it. Thanks, guys. One of these days, you know, I was talking to my wife and she's like, before or after taxes, right? I'll get $2, then I'll have to claim it, and I'll get 28 cents. Portsmouth, Rhode Island, and I hear Boston. I don't know. You lived in New England. Why could I not think of the word New England? Well, a Rhode Island neo-Nazi member accused of possessing child pornography. Go figure. Was actual Nazi arrested for child porn? Check. Still not a drag queen? Check. Protested drag queens? Check. Did we mention Nazi? Yes, you did. We had a guy who lived in our area here who was the president of the Eastern United States, whatever they call they have a name for it now. They're Nazis. They have the symbols and everything, and they call it something else, though. And for a long time, like, you go by his house and there's flags up and all this other stuff. Well, he is recently, his oldest son, and this is the funny part. It's not really funny. It's just fitting. His oldest son is 14, and sounds weird to say, but where I live, there's not many black people that live here, right? So his son, they live in a town that does have black people that live in it. They have one family that lives there, and his son is dating the only girl who's a black girl that he goes to school with. That's his girlfriend. So his dad now has renounced all that stuff, is no longer a Nazi, is no longer a racist, goes to church every day, is trying to become a deacon at the church, made this complete 180. It's like, oh, so you actually realize, because I guess he said he sat down with the girl and talked to her and then talked to her parents, and they actually, he realized how wrong he was and all this other stuff. So, like, good. All right, Florida man story. Go to some less serious stuff. Thanks for the 100 bits, Brian. I don't know how many bit alerts set up. I haven't figured out how to do that yet, because, I don't spend that much time on my stream. Not that I shouldn't, I just don't, which I don't know why. But I appreciate the bits. Yeah, good. That's what everybody said. You know what? They're like, we're just glad. Because everybody let him do his own thing, because he wasn't hurting anybody. He just, it's just a bunch of shit talk. And he finally came around, saw the light, and has changed everything in his life, and trying to be a better man, which is good on him. All right, so man sets himself on fire inside a Florida Publix. 30-year-old in critical condition after a Plant City incident. 30-year-old man set himself on fire Wednesday inside a Publix in Plant City, police said. Plant City Police Department said officers were called around 6:30 p.m. about a disturbance inside the store. He had set himself on fire. Others extinguished the flames. The man was taken to a nearby hospital. Oh, see, I thought it was going to be like some kooky thing. No, the guy just set himself on fire inside of a Publix. Why a Publix of all places? Wait a second. This can't be root. This can't be real. Hey, look at that. UK Parliament breaks up ahead of election day with pomp ceremony and hard-nosed politics. No. I thought that whoever wrote this article, headline, that's freaking bait and switch. King Charles III dissolves Parliament, which probably is what he does. It's probably like a technicality, like, oh, the king says Parliament, blah, 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 and the guy bangs this thing on the ground. Okay, so this is your captain speaking as you stow your luggage. Let's BBC. Oh, I haven't seen this yet. So, Gizmodo. So Deadpool and Wolverine's official popcorn bucket invites you to cram your hand inside Hugh Jackman. Right, that's their bucket, because remember the Dune 2 popcorn bucket? And it says right inside, designed by Deadpool. So how many people do you think are going to put their wieners in there and take pictures of it and put it on the internet? I'm guessing it's going to be more than one. Surprised there wasn't an ad before this. It just looks wrong. Right now you don't want it? Yes, you do, Boston. You know you do. All right, swear words. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the sub and the getting the hype train. Have a good time at your meeting. Hopefully it's a Friday meeting where you just have coffee and donuts and they say, oh, yeah, we're going home early. Yeah, because now you have concerns, right? Why? Because you think people are going to think you're one of those guys that's going to do that with the bucket? But no, that's pretty funny. I mean, that's the whole point, right? That's the gag. Is that, they want you to. They want you to do that kind of stuff. Looking at a Photoshop real quick to make sure there's not any. Wasn't a good one. You want that meeting? You work from home? We had that meeting. I worked from home. My boss last Friday. She's like, listen, next week is end of month. And we know it's going to be really tough because like this week I freaking busted my ass at work. As much as you can, in your pajamas and sweatpants. And she called a meeting on Thursday and said, we're taking half a day tomorrow because we know end of month is going to be shitty next week. So we're going to take half a day today because we had done so good the week before and the months before. And she even went so far as to tell me, because I'm off already on Fridays, she went and told me I could leave early yesterday. Yeah. Or no, last Thursday. I got to leave at noon last Thursday so I could get my half day. Oh, here's a good Photoshop. This is a freaking cool looking truck. I'm not a truck driver, but I'm a big fan of guys fixing their trucks up. I've seen a little bit of it lately on the internet where guys are customizing their big rigs. I mean, I know they've been doing that for years and years, but it's like these guys are making some freaking nice looking rigs. Furiosa. I'll drive. Okay. All right, darling, get in. So, this movie, right? Maximum Overdrive. I swear to God, there's the girl in there, this little Southern girl, the young couple that just got married, and she married a guy named Curtis, and she screams Curtis like a whole bunch of times during the movie. It just gets on my freaking nerves because, of course, that's my name, right? This guy, yeah. So my name is Kurt or Curtis. This is long form, right? So. You're like, this is just dumb. But anyway, that's Every Which Way But Loose. I remember that movie. Right turn, Clyde. I should have signed in so I could give that an upvote. But God, she would scream it during that movie. Oh my God, it would make me freaking crazy. I know, Brian, you had some freaking sick trucks. That would probably be the only reason why I would play that game, is just so I could customize trucks. Yeah, Brian, he's even his welcome thing is truck drivers. Well, you probably can't hear it. I got the music turned up too loud. We'll play it again. I got that as loud as it can go. I need to re-record it so that it's louder. Yeah, Brian, I missed the old ATS streams. I don't have that set up anymore because I switched away from the chat bot, because remember how we couldn't get like the gambling and stuff to work? So I stopped using chatbot, which is what lets you set that up. And I haven't figured out how to do it yet on the Stream Elements in their web page, in the Stream Manager. Let's see. Nope, Moist made it safe to the, because we have to, where we live. You have to drive 45 minutes to go shopping. So she drove to this next town over to get there and to go shopping. It's in modules, yeah. Oh, so it's a module I got to add, huh? Okay. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, I'll have to do a little bit of stream maintenance here. So Dolly's Flowers. Salvador Dali's rarely seen floral works blossom in a new show. Oh, I thought they were like actual plants, but no, this is this looks like something out of Elden Ring that LP will have to fight later today. It's a unicorn flower like thing, right? That's kind of neat. Butterflies, butterfly wings. That's cool. This is Salvador Dali right there. Look at that. Looks like chrysanthemums, whatever they call them. The melted piano. That's like one of his like go-tos. Okay, that's a little weird. Even weirder. But again, it is Dolly. Dave. You won't have to fight. You can't get past the one from today. Oh, he beat that. Well, if he does another one today, he actually beat that one he was doing yesterday. It was like he was saying, it's like you fight it like 60 times in a row, and then you beat it one time, and you may or may not be sure why you beat it. And that's pretty much like what it was. It was just like it just like all of a sudden he was fighting it, and then all of a sudden it's just he got in like the last two hits and just killed it. Yeah, and Jad pointed it out like 4 or 5 times to him. See, I haven't even been that far in the game, so I don't know. I couldn't get to that point because I got too frustrated. I got frustrated on that guy in the tunnel that he was fighting, where he rode in and then rode out and then killed that guy and then rode up past all the archers. That's where I stopped playing because I got too frustrated with that. And he got to that guy by going to some other town. Like, I don't even know where he's at now because I haven't played that far in the game. And Jad tried to tell him more than once that he was kind of low level, or actually super low level for that fight. And that's why it took him so long. But like the other thing Jad pointed out, and I'm sure he'll see it today when he's playing, is he got way better by doing that. So by the time he got used to the sticks and moved around enough, it made him play way better. Right? Yeah, that's the thing, is it's frustrating as hell. It's just like, why would you make a game like this? And that's what they had said was, you know, I guess it's like a lot of the Souls games. I never played a lot of them. They're like, you're gonna die, and you're gonna die a lot, because that's the kind of gameplay it is. They want you to have that challenge. The challenge is not dying 8 gazillion times, you know. And it's like, that just doesn't sound fun to me, because you could tell he was getting very, very frustrated at one point, and we all tried to tell him, you know. I told him, I was like, listen, I ended up quitting because I got so frustrated, and I uninstalled it. And it's like, I won't reinstall it. I'm gonna, yeah, it's just not enjoyable when you get mad. You know, I got mad at it. My wife's like, why are you so mad? I'm like, oh, it's a stupid freaking game. She's like, I've never seen you get that mad at a game. I mean, and I used to be a freaking WoW boss raider, you know, back in the freaking Wrath of the Lich King, you know, and spend the week getting ready to raid, and that was still fun. That shit was just not fun, yeah. It is fun to watch him play it, though, because you can see him going down the spiral. Because when he said, it was funny, because he said, we're not ending the stream until I get this. And I was like, oh, we could be here all night. And but yeah, he ended up getting it, right? It was probably a little bit after 5, I think, when he finally got it. When he finally killed it. So it was pretty cool. But he did another one like he did with that parkour game. The ending to the stream of the parkour game was just so awesome. And it wouldn't let me clip it because it had copyrighted music in it. Because I tried to clip it. I heard somebody else say they tried to clip it too. Because he was just like, yeah, he was jumping around. And then freaking just, boosh, beer is good. I was like, I thought he was going to come back. You know, I thought he was just dicking with us. And everybody sat there. I think everybody stayed for another probably 10, 15 minutes waiting for him to come back. But nope, he was done. I was like, that was a classic ending. That was a pretty good end to the stream. All right, we got time. What time is it? 9:55. We got time for one more. Let's look at this human pyramid on the Photoshop. Old school. There's village people. Okay. You're doing it wrong. Nice. That's pretty cool. I watched a documentary about this guy. I like to watch documentaries. When they did this, these were all practical effects. Like, have you ever seen that one where the house falls? All right, Boston, we'll catch you later. Yep, we'll see you over at LP Stream. And the house fall, the front of the house falls. That wasn't like, you know, because of course there was no CGI or green screen back then. They did like the math for all that, and that was a practical effect where that fell. And he stood in the right spot. That was like, that's crazy. Was he trying to spell Fark? Oh no, he was trying to drop an F-bomb. I ran out of room. If it's near in the swear jar territory, please delete. Nice. Oh, he got this guy, flipped him, and this guy's jumping. Okay. That's pretty cool. I don't get this one. Who's that guy? This guy. There you go. He made more room for him. P51D 007. What did the Yammering Splat Vector do? Is that this one? Nope. There it is. You're doing it wrong. Which guy did he do? Oh, he did this guy? Yeah, he took him, flipped him, colored him. Yeah, this guy's a legend. He just is every Photoshop I've seen in the last freaking 10 years on Fark has been. Well, that original says 4 days ago, but it's in the, was in today's, yeah, Friday, May 31st. All righty, fellas. I appreciate it. 9:58, and I'm sure LP is going to be starting up. And let's try. Let's see. Did he actually start? Because if he started, we'll just send you right over. Can you raid somebody if they're not started yet? I think he just started. I think it just... He's not even at the PC yet. Oh, it looked like it just had... Yeah, that's true. LP, it's not 10 o'clock. He's not going to be there. All right. I'll just see you guys over there then. I appreciate you guys. Oh, you can raid offline. Isn't it just raid? Oh, that's not it. That's me. Is that right? I don't think that worked, did it? Let's see. Go. To the channel. Oh, we want to go to creator dashboard. All right. Pretty sure. Stream manager. I think there's a raid button on here in there. Stream info, raid channel. Oh yeah, see that doing it that way, it won't let you do it unless she's live. That's all right. I'm sure I'll see you guys over there anyway. Like I said, appreciate everybody. Thanks for coming by. And we'll catch you guys next Friday. See you over there. Rough Dog.